uh, I'll start with interactivity today and I'll connect it with web designing. As you have already learned how to create blog, it will be also quite helpful to understand interactivity. There will also be an assignment, and every year students used to do assignment on interactivity. As I have already told you that new media platform is different from mass media platform, right? So media, public media, it is more close to public media, and the target that you usually decide is also literate, sort digitally literate, or to certain extent they have that functional literacy. We consider it that they do have functional literacy, and hence it is also important for you to understand the interface of the website. Okay, and how will you study the website? It is very important. So here we are not going to discuss about CSS or HTML and all. Okay, so we will be discussing about the simple structure of the website which you usually study. Because see, research in new media is different from the research that we usually conduct taking to the old media, that mass media. So how we study the impact of the mass media will be a bit different then the interface study of the new media. So basically in new media we study the interfaces. So interfaces, when you say interfaces, we are here talking about the online interfaces. So website is the one that we are talking of, right? So here you see when you talk about interactivity, which is the very important feature, decisive feature of new media. As I have discussed some of the characteristics of new media, you see that online features is, interactivity is the decisive features of new media. So it is actually guided by, you see, hypertextuality. But hypertextuality and hyperlink is just one part of interactivity. So interactivity has lot to do uh, um, with a medium. So basically, when we talk about interactivity, it means responsiveness of any medium to the users. That's how we understand the responsiveness, how quickly a medium could respond to the users and those who are using it. Hmm. And that's how we understand interactivity, and it has got some of the features, like features of the interactivity or typical characteristics of interactivities. Like we get to see that interactivity will give us more control over the content. So active control is very important features of interactivity, because interactivity will give us that scope to exercise active control, or you say voluntary control over the content. Most of the time that active and voluntary control you cannot exercise when you watch the televisions. When there is an ad, you have to wait for the ad to end, right? If you were viewing a serial, you need to wait for an ad to end. So you cannot have that voluntary control over the television, that programming, the way the programs are being done, even in radio, in case of radio. But here in online medium, you can exercise that control voluntarily. Like when you click is also, you are clicking it. That is also exercise of effort on your part and exercise of control. So clicking on a link, you are putting a keyword in the search box to also search any kind of document on the website, right? To search any result. So you are clicking it. So that click option itself is a part of active control. Okay. Then you active control can be voluntary, involuntarily. Okay, involuntarily active control, which we get to see often in case of our reading habit of a newspaper. So we actually see that we sometimes we can skip some of the advertisement in the newspaper. But voluntarily, involuntarily, it is said that we are supposed to go through the ad, because we cannot simply skip to that content. But in online, you have that option to skip to content. Is there skip to ad? You won't even notice that the ad is displaying in the site of a web page, or even above the top of the web page or top of the header. You You don't have to pay attention. Most of the time, we don't even know the kind of ad which is displayed, the kind of banner which is displayed, kind of link which is also floating around in the site of the web page, right? So, active control is very important features. Apart from that, you also see that interactivity will give you synchronicity of the user and users and the messages. So when you talk about the synchronicity, it means the degree of response that you receive, the moment you put any input, the moment you put any input, you receive the output and receive the response. That is the synchronicity. Normally, what happened in the chat room and all, you have that synchronicity, right? That is the synchronous communications. Instantaneously, you get the response. So, instant messaging provision is there. So, instantaneously, you'll get the response, and that will ensure the synchronicity, right? But you see, email communication cannot ensure this synchronicity at the same time. So, you can compare different platforms, email, then even blog, then you see this Wikipedia and other platforms in terms of synchronicity. So, how far interactivity uh, is available in those very platforms? Interactive features are being seen in those different platforms. So here we are not talking only of the different sites. We can also talk about different, you see, different website, not only of different platforms like Flickr, you see this Twitter or Wikipedia. These are different platforms. They do have different distinguishing characteristics. But here, in terms of websites, we also have informational website. We have transactional website. We do have some web application-based website. We have NGO websites across different domains, and they do have different specificity. Just because these are the websites across different domains in different domains, they do have specificity that is designed by the domain, right? So what you can do is to study the website. You are basically studying the features of the website, right? And in those very features, you'll get to see the interactivity. One is active control, one is synchronicity, and third one is two-way communication. The opportunity to uh, have a functional communication, two-way communication, which is possible between user and user. So two-way communication, the best example is chat, and even email is also two-way communication. Although there is no synchronicity, but you can mail someone, and you can also, you say, land up at a functional communication. That communication is being accomplished. Okay, so that is the functionality of communication. We talk about public sphere here. We talk about blogosphere. Numerous blog can also create a public sphere, create a discussion, create an agenda, and create a deliberations. So that is a result of two-way communication. We talk about two-way communication between different blogs, even bloggers, different people are participating in one blog content, and they can create a public sphere. That is also two-way communication. When you won't go for harsh moderation, won't go for strict moderation, you simply what allow other people to comment on your blog. So to a certain extent, if those comments are not harmful to the reader and to you also, to the writer, then you can keep that comments in your blog. If comments are constructive, if there is criticism, those are also constructive, then you can keep it. Okay, and that will ensure two-way communication. So two-way communication is also known as functional communication because it will arrive at a public sphere, a discussion, or setting an agenda on any issues. So these are the three very basic features of interactivity. Apart from that, we also have types of interactivity. So when you say types of interactivity, you see that website is all about navigation. You navigate the website from one page to another page, then a second page to third page to fourth page, like that way, and navigate non-linear way. Linear way you cannot navigate, but non-linear way you can click from one to other link. So navigation itself is an interactivity. So navigational interactivity is about the informational architectures. that you design, or that publishing company actually design, or web publisher, usually developer and publisher, design it. So you see that when you talk about the navigational features, it is about the, like, horizontal scrolling, vertical scrolling. You have that menu bar, okay, at the top of the website, horizontal menu bar, vertical menu bar. So that will provide different informations, how these information are hierarchically arranged in a website. Okay, so navigational interactivity will help you to navigate the website and also provide you a hierarchical architecture of information, which is very important. Because if you see, there is no organization of the information. You have information, but you do not know how to organize the information. Then it is very difficult on your part to even design a website. Now designing a website is very easier. Right, okay, you close the door, please. Yeah. So designing a website is very easy. So here in the very first semester, I'm not going to tell you how to design a website. We earlier had a different kind of course curriculum that students usually design the website, and that was more practical oriented. We had a Dreamweaver software also, that is HTML extension software to installed in the lab. Although that is a cracked version, we used it for educational purpose. So students usually design it, and I also made students learn a bit of HTML, basic designing infrastructure, so that they can design a web page of their own using the coding. But nowadays it's quite easier to design web page and website with the help of those free domain web hosting services. Wix.com is there, so you can quickly design a web site. Okay, even with the help of Canva also you can design website. This grid theory could be used, and you can design a website. So interactivity lies in that designing part. How you actually understand the visual aesthetics of the website. Visual aesthetics, informational architecture, then you see the navigation of the website, the page layout of the website. So how all these elements are composed, how all these elements are interacting, will be better understood by interactivity. Okay, so if I tell you to find the interactive features in the website, I am going to give you some example also. Soon I am giving you some example how to find out the interactive features. But before that, you understand the types of interactivity. First is the navigational interactivity, right? That is based on the link, and these links are different from functional interactivity. So we do have three types of interactivity. First one is navigational interactivity, second one is functional interactivity, and third one is adaptive interactivity. So navigational interactivity is different from functional interactivity. How? Functional interactivity will, again, as I have told you, it will commensurate the it will commensurate, it will act upon the two-way communication. It will also make you land up into a functional communication, in the sense that land up into discussion, land up into accomplishment of any goal. So that is functional interactivity. Suppose there is a provision of email which is there, which is normally there in the contact page of any website. In the footer section, it is there. So where you get to find different badges, Flickr badges, and then Facebook badge are being provided, in the footer side of the website. So you actually need to understand the website, because website is being designed on the basis of a grid theory. Okay, so we divide the whole web page into different blocks. And then we also decide the menu bar. Menu bar is basically the navigational interactivity, when you get to see the menus. So about a space, profile of the faculty member in case of university websites, or the personnel employed. Then also you talk about different the content, main content, photo gallery. So whatever menus are there will be part of navigational interactivity. But functional interactivity will be characterized by functional communication. So you'll get to see that email is a functional interactivity. Facebook page, link to Facebook page, that will also accomplish any discussion, no, that will be a part of functional interactivity. Then you see any kind of flicker, the badges, you focus on the badges which are there in the footer of the website. Okay, so any kind of badges will lead to functional interactivity. So contact number is being given. Contact number will definitely lead to functional interactivity because it will also accomplish a communication. So link that will accomplish communication between user and the sender, receiver and the sender, will be functional interactivity, functional communication. Okay, and navigational interactivity will be the link which will take you from one page to other page, which will actually give you the information which you required. Okay, that is also a kind of accomplishment, but definitely it will be a kind of intrapersonal. Intrapersonal, that's what you need it to for knowledge sake, for your own that is mood purpose, for your own utility purpose, you need that information. So it is, to a certain extent, it is intrapersonal, it is need based information. It will not accomplish a communication with someone else, and hence that is the navigational interactivity, and which is the hub of the website. You see, this web 1.0 websites. So earlier you see when we discuss about web 1.0, web 2.0, in one class we have discussed about web 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. Now we are going to have web 4.0, right? Web 1.0 doesn't have any kind of participatory interface. So you cannot have a functional interactivity. There is no chance of functional interactivity, although contact number is given. At times it is given just for sake of giving. But we can simply mention that, okay, some kind of functional interactivity is there. Contact number is being given, an email address is given, but when you actually mail to that email address, no responses will come back, and even most of the time there is also mail delivery failure, the response will come, and that phone number is not even responding, uh, is not functional. Okay, when phone number is not functional, email id which is given is not functional, it will not ensure functional interactivity. So you also need to check whether it is functional or not, whether that link are being provided, be it email ID, contact information, just for sake of providing, or there is also a purpose to increase the reach of that company, that website, that organization for which the website is being designed. So website is actually designed with some purpose, right? So when you talk about the purpose now, so you will also study the purpose of the website, why that website is being designed, right? So those purpose and objectives will be there in the about us page. And you also see there is a home page. Many times you see that home page is always clubbed with that about us page. And this is not the right way. Now you see that in terms of accessibility of the website, there are also some common pitfalls which we should avoid. Okay, so we studied the accessibility of the website, and accessibility in terms of how far that website could be accessed by all the stakeholders, irrespective of this, and all the users, irrespective of not stakeholders, users, irrespective of their age, irrespective of gender, irrespective of their physical impairment, it could be accessed. So some web accessibility guidelines were also prepared by 2013 by Worldwide Web Consortium, which is being made. That consortium is made by government and their representative from different committees, even from NGOs, from even universities. So they made it guidelines of accessibility. So in terms of those guidelines, if we look at the website now, and from accessibility point of view, then what we will be finding, or will be looking at, or will be charging, is that is the accessibility in terms of the image which is being included, and you see whether that image is also linked to a alt. Okay, so This is also part of accessibility guidelines. Suppose you get across different multimedia features. Multimedia is also one typical feature of interactivity, because multimediality is also a characteristics of new media. It is also a typical feature of interactivity, multimedia. Okay, multimedia combining the multiple format, audio, video, text, images, and you publish the content. Now you see accessibility guideline will see whether there is a sync. Yesterday I told you that whatever content you will put in the website has to be sync, right? So you put an image and you need to give. Now you put an image, you are supposed to give a alti. This is called alternative text and a title. Most of the website will not give an alternative text and title to the image. They'll simply put the image and you get to see an image, that number which is clicked by DSLR, that image 00A 000 502, like that kind of number will appear. But you are supposed to rename it to give a title of that image. Not necessarily that has to be a caption. Caption will be different from the title. So title may be A1, A2, the way you organize it, or alternative text. Suppose there is a building, there is a skyscraper around, you have a photo across, like across the seashore and the skyscraper. So you have a different caption, but the alternative text will be skyscraper maybe. So you give a title and alternative image. That is that is actually that accessibility guidelines said that this is a common pitfall of most of the website. And also see, most of the website will not work on adaptive interactivity, that is the customizability of the features of the website. You see, we have that three basic interactive features. One is navigational interactivity, functional interactivity. Third one is adaptive interactivity. Adaptive interactivity will be helpful to customize the website or the web page according to your own need, according to your own preference. So that kind of adaptive features you will get to see even in the mobile phone, right? In the mobile phone, you can customize the template. You can customize the screen according to your mood. You can customize it. So that adaptive feature is very important. Apart from that kind of changing this template, we have also different kind of customizing options. Suppose you can enlarge the text. Okay, so in different websites, there is a provision of enlarging the text. People who are visually impaired, to certain extent, this enlarged text enlarging option will be quite helpful. Amplification of the text. So there is a normal text, normal font text, font size we use 11 to 12 px we use, right? So 11 to 12 pt or 11 to 12 px we use normal font size. But you can have the option to enlarge in the upper side of that content. You can have, you see that AAA is there. One is smaller size, then medium size and bigger size. So in that way you can magnify the content, you can enlarge the content. So that options is there. That option of which I'm talking about is there in most of the Assamese newspaper. But you see that enlargement is not there in many Hindi even and English newspaper. The mainstream news sites will not provide the option of enlarging and amplification of the content. But our regional news website, they do not have that much of interactivity. Let me tell you, they do not have a very good, well balanced design. But at the same time, that enlargement feature is also got to see. So that is very friendlier for us. This will make the website user friendly. Okay, because we can actually get to see the enlargement of the text. Okay, it is easier for us. It is easier for anyone who has some of the some problem related to that visual, that is what the visual problem or visual impairment. Okay, then we also see that this adaptive interactivity will also give you changing the color. So you see, many a time you get to see harsh color in the website. There is a typical ratio of background and foreground in the website. Okay, that ratio of background and foreground should be 4.5 is to 1. that ratio is very important. But most of the website, many website, if you study the website available nowadays, you will not find that kind of website more, because most of the website are designed by the free domain host. So earlier this kind of problem were very apparent in terms of color contrast. So the pink background, then you have seen that the white font is being used. Okay, so color contrast is not going as per the ratio 4.5 is to 1. 4.5 is to 1 is the ratio of the background and the foreground. Okay, which is very important. Then you see that most of the website also doesn't have a back button. So in the navigational interface, we talk about the navigational architectures, the way content is being designed. So in the navigational interface, most of the website doesn't also have a back button. It will take you from this page to that page. But again, you will also need to find out where is the home page. There is no back button. Okay, or you also need to create that page into different tab, or maybe you need to close it and again you need to open the website. So back button is not being provided. Okay, now you see the when you study interactivity, so there are innumerable number of sites, as I have already told you, that transactional sites are available. Nowadays e-commerce sites are available, and in the e-commerce site you will also get to see some of the advertising. So you are supposed to study those advertising also from the point of view of interactivity, because this advertising will give you a lot of interactive features. Let me tell you about this banneret. Okay, you have that banneret. Banneret have a typical size, which is also decided, or it is assigned by Internet Advertising Bureau. Internet Advertising Bureau has also provided a typical size of the banneret. Banneret is basically an advertising, digital advertising, you all know. So the size of the banneret should be 468 into 60. 468 should be the width and 60 should be the height. That should be the size of the banneret. That is width and height of the banneret, and size should be 12K to 16K normally. It is usually used. Now you see the way banner ads are being linked will provide the interactivity. The way banner ads are linked to a site. You visit any site, it might be an affiliate site. Now you see that affiliate marketing is also there. You can also study those marketing features as a part of interactivity. We have affiliate marketing. We have also banner rate. We have opt-email provisions, right? We have search engine optimization. We have viral marketing. So everything could also be studied from the point of interactivity. So if I want you to study the interactivity of the two sites, you can take two sites which may be online, that is e-commerce site. So you can study the storefront of the site, how content are being placed, okay, and also the images, quality, the general pitfalls which should be avoided. I will provide you a PowerPoint which I haven't got today, but I'll share that PowerPoint with you, uh, and where you will find what uh, mistakes you should avoid in designing. So, what mistake you should avoid in designing will give you a fair idea about interactivity, because this is about understanding to make a website more interactive. The mistake that you should avoid, that lesson that can lessen the interactivity. Okay, so you actually see that there are some pop-up ads which often come up, which are very inter like sudden interruption. No, it will be very disturbing at the same time. So when pop-up app will come, it will disturb your site. It will disturb your purpose, right? So and most of the you see that pop-up app do not have a close button. So how disturbing it will be. Okay, some pop-up ad will come, do not have a that close button. Some pop-up ad or interstitials, these are called interstitials, that float across the screen. Some of the ads, if you visit the website, float across the screen. It will be floating across the screen. Okay, and sometimes it will cover the content that you are actually reading. You see how disturbing that, what is the level of the interaction is that it will simply cover the content that you are reading, and you won't get to see a close button also. So that shows the lack of interactivity of the ad which are very disturbing, and even at times you see it is it provides a lack of interactivity. But that is the lacuna of the site. This is not like something comes automatically, because that is a problem of the site itself. There are too many ads, and there is no ad placement strategy, huh, and there is no branding strategy. There is no proper marketing strategy, and hence you get to see some of the pop-up ads which doesn't have a back button, which covers the entire page, which plays the sound automatically. Some of the you are reading a content, then something comes and it will play the sound. Again, it will be a kind of interactions, no? So it will also reduce the interactivity, because you are reading a content that is active reading. You are reading a content, so all of a sudden you got that disturbances. But the thing is that you cannot even able to exercise your control, active control. You cannot able to exercise. You said that online medium, new media has higher active control, will give you higher active control, but in certain occasions it will not even give you higher active control. Suppose in Hotstars, so many ad promos usually come, but you can also make it ad free. That is an interactivity of Hotstar or any kind of OTT platform. You get to see that there are some ads will definitely come, which will be again, you see, um, interrupting your viewing habits. So you can also simply blocking the ad. Okay, you can also go ad free version by paying some money. But affordability is the features, again, that is also a limitations, because not everybody would afford to, like, go ad free, and you have to pay for even accessing a movie, accessing content in the Hotstar. So affordability is definitely a feature that will also reduce the interactivity. Means anything that reduce the participation of the user will have less interactivity. Let me tell you. That might be from financial point of view, affordability point of view, from the very design features, from the very visual aesthetics, from the information, the way it is being placed, okay, and also the information architectures, from the point of view of the accuracy and standard of information, will will come under interactivity. Now you see the content. Content is very important. So when you study the content in the website, you need to focus on whether content are being accurate or not, whether these are content are verified or not, whether it has got that copyright issue. So it's copyrighted by your company or not. So you actually see that content is very important, because it will build the trust among the users. Okay, so that will, then you will decide the informational architectures. Normally in informational site, more than design, we focus more on how we place the content. The column instance, how many column we will put. When you say column, then also we need to think about the grid. Now you see that in a very large site, we usually have a wireframe and site menu. People who are from computer background will definitely understand about the wireframe. That is a site map which is there, right? Site map or wireframe is there. There you can, what you can have, we can have a home, then site map contain about this menu there. I'll show you. You might have seen our site like that. If you have that tool. This is the web page. Okay, web page of now you see, okay, then about it. Then about suppose she's running company, so portfolios, portfolios of the employees that she's taking, and then you also have activities, links, and you have this content page. have a suppose national site and a local site, or regional or local. So there also you need to some photos. Then you see your it will provide the code site. Your in G wise you will divide the information. Suppose this is the header and this is the footer. And this is the standard size of this place. Right? Like that. This is the place layout while giving the size. And what you can divide with reading the information. Okay. They will put a dot to something here, and later when we get photograph, image, object, and this is the value. And this is the footer. Yeah. So wireframing is very, very important. Suppose wireframing is basically the wireframe. So it's the basic drawing of the website. Okay. So if you see that is the basic drawing, you can also alter it. You can have a different drawing. You can have a menu bar in the right side instead of a left side, or you can have a very expansive footer. Now this expansive footer, you get to see that footer is footer will take half of the page. Expansive footer. Suppose expansive footer will take half of the page. Half of the page. That is the expansive footer where you need to have more information to provide. So in an expansive footer, you will need to have more information. Suppose in footer, you usually provide the copyright details. You provide the content detail. You provide the badges, right? Badges of different websites, Facebook page. Then you see the RSS badge also used. Then blog badge are being used in the footer site, and also the privacy policy. So and contact details are also provided in footer in some of the footers. So you can have an expansive footer, and you can also have a different grid. So it's all about how you want to organize the information. You have the information. The interactivity will determine how we organize the information. So this is a part of wireframing, and you see that sitemap. This is the whole sitemap. This is a part of navigational interactivity. So how we decide the website navigation? Okay. So in any website you will visit, so you get to find number of pages. More number of pages means as that a sitemap has to be there. So in a small 3-4 pages, you don't have to have a sitemap, but a website consists of 30 pages. The website consists of 40 pages, 50, even 100 pages. So definitely you need to have a sitemap and the wireframe ready for each page at times. Okay, and also how frequently you are updating the content is very, very important. So that is also part of interactivity. Or many a time, many sites will provide when it is updated, when the content is updated, and many sites will not provide any information about updations when it is updated. When there is no information about when the content is being updated, that means there is lack of interactivity. But when there is an option that content is frequently being updated, so there will be more interactivity. So in different way you can actually judge the interactivity. Suppose FAQ, frequently asked questions, which is important, right? Because if you make a site, there are some important criteria to design a site, to make a site. Suppose you are supposed to have a hosting service, web hosting service that could provide you the peering and mirroring service. Peering service is equivalent to multiple home. You can have multiple home, and that is a fast backbone speed at which the site content could be delivered to the users, and mirroring service is there, so you can have your site at different servers for backing up. So for backup the content, you can have your site at a different server. That is a mirroring. So peering and the mirroring service will be offered by some of the web hosting company. So first you need to contact a web hosting company. Then you need to ensure that your website will run 24 into 7. 24 into 7, 365 days, 7 weeks, and 24 hours a day it has to run. And for that, you also need to have some autoresponder because you cannot active 24 into 7. So you need to have some autoresponders which will automatically respond to the mails, automatically respond to the queries. And FAQs also come under to responders. So you can have an FAQ version at times, the frequently asked questions, and where you can use autoresponder software, which could also responding to the queries automatically. Then you have secured socket layer, that is called SSL. Secured socket layer is very important protocol for real-time verification or real-time transactions. If you are having a transactional site where there is a credit card transactions, so what you will do, you will actually offer that secure socket layer options. That is a different protocol apart from the TCP/IP and HTTP, which run via HTTP and TCP/IP. That is a program protocol. So secure socket layer is basically protect the transactions and clear the credit card. So real time verification is very important. So any transaction happen, so the number of the credit card will also be encrypted. So secure socket layer will encrypt the number of the credit card. So you need to have a secure socket layer. So accordingly, you need to discuss with the web hosting company whether you will be getting that secure socket layer or not. Okay, then you need to have the CGI script, that is a common gateway interface script, which will provide cross-browser compatibility and cross-platform compatibility to the website. Many times you see that some of the website will not effectively visible in certain browser. Some links are not clickable. Okay, I mean half of the footer is not even shown, is not visible or not coming. Okay, so it is not browser friendly in that case. So that CGI script will provide you cross-platform and cross-browser compatibility. So you also need to ensure that you have CGI script. And also you should have autoresponder, mail, file email, so that you can also send mail to your customer, your client. Now you need to think from professional point of view and marketing point of view. And you actually mail it. This is called a viral marketing. So first started by that Hotmail viral marketing. That they collect the subscriber list and databases and send a mail to all the databases saying that you can have free private email in Hotmail, not Hotstar, Hotmail. So that was the first viral marketing. So you can have some mail account. Then what is important is that you need to have shopping cart software. Okay, if there is a transactions, not necessarily a journal. Suppose a journal can also have the transaction facilities, but if there is an e-commerce site, so shopping cart software is very important to create and maintain the storefront and also real-time verification of the credit card and for real-time verification, so that your credit card is verified instantly and cleared instantly. You need to have collaboration with some companies like VeriSign is a company. Okay, so like that way you need to follow some aspect if you want to have a website. So theoretically you have understood how to have a website and what are the requirements uh, that you need to think of uh, while having a website. Okay, then you also see you need to think about banner ad and affiliate marketing. Now you see affiliate marketing and banner ads, these are two different types of marketing. You know, in affiliate marketing you do have three actors. One is the merchant side, one is the affiliate side, right? Merchant, affiliate, and the user. Hmm. And this affiliate marketing was first started in 1996 by Jeff Bezos. Um, and the example of it is the Amazon.com. So we get to see that Amazon has invited some of the affiliate site to post the link of their selling site list, link of their sale of the book to merchant site, that is affiliate site. On return, so in return, they will provide the affiliate site some penny. So more than 5 lakhs bookstore have posted their link to the merchant site, affiliate site, Amazon.com, and in return they are getting some penny from the affiliate site. Now you get to see that in affiliate site you have that merchant site, you have affiliate site, and you have users, right? So here also link will navigational link will interact with the users, and there are also marketing strategies where interactivity involved. You might know about the you might have heard about uh, kick through, cost per sale, cost per lead. Have you heard of this term? No. So you see that in a site, normally what happen in affiliate site, we have different text link. So through text also you can link to any of the product, any of the group, goods and the services that you are offering. Okay. So if you study the interactivity of e-commerce site, so definitely you need to study the storefront. In storefront, you will have some text link. You can have also search box, okay, where you can search. Okay, so these are some of the navigational link in an affiliate site or in an e-commerce site. Search box is there, where you can search the items based on which, based on the results, then you can search the item. Search box is also a navigational interactivity. Okay, then you have that sorry, text link is there. Link to any text, any text you put, any content you put, you go to visit any website. News websites usually have the text link, and e-commerce site usually have some text link. Text combined with that photograph. Image link is also there. Photograph of the product and the services is there. So that will link to the storefront, or at that storefront could be created by the merchant site as well as affiliate site, and they can go for co-branding. So there is also co-branding, that all the sales in that storefront could also be managed by the merchant site, and make a percentage of it, pay percentage of it to the affiliate site, and affiliate could also have their own storefront, and both could actually perform the that, that is a sales link. Okay. So you see that there is a cost per impression, that is a page views. So in each of the site, website as well as affiliate site, first you see that you view the page, huh, and you view the page, a click will generate. So uh, cost per impression is basically, it is generated through per view of the page. Per view of the page means number of time the page is being requested from the server by the user. Number of the time you are requesting one page from the server. So not necessarily you have clicked on the items on the pages. So in that particular pages might have several items, contain several items, several products, several services. So you are simply viewing that page, but you are not clicking on any of the link. You are not clicking on the image link. You are not clicking on the text link. You are not clicking on any kind of link. You are simply viewing it. That is a cost per view impression. Okay. So that is there earlier Web 2.0 website. We had that cost per view. That is also cost per impressions. Per impression, per page view. So that cost is being calculated. Then cost per click is there. That is cost per click is also another method to even earn revenue, and that also ensure the interactivity. Cost per click, number of times a link is being clicked by the user will also generate a penny. Number of time link is being clicked, and on the basis of that you see that affiliate will also get a penny. Number of times a user will click a link of the product that is being sold by affiliate site and promoted by affiliate site, posted by affiliate site on the merchant site, will also generate a penny for affiliate site. Okay, so that is cost per click. So you have to click on the link, then only that expense and that money will generate, revenue will come, cost per click. Then cost per sale, number of times that you see this customers or client visit the website of the merchant website or even affiliate website, and you see basically the merchant website. So it might also configure in such a way that affiliate website, we also will also have a co-visibility. So number of times that merchant website will, sorry, user will click on one particular product and optimize the sale and also implement that sale. So they buy a product, then it will be a cost per sale. So there are differences in a cost per click, cost per view, and your cost per sale. In sale, that user will execute buying that product. So sale is already being conducted. So clicking the link, sale is already being conducted, transaction is happened here. And in cost per click, only clicking the link, user will get the information. Clicking the link, they will get some information, some idea about the product. But the user have already viewed the website. That will also generate a page view impression and cost per click impression as cost per sale impression. Okay, so three ways. First, you can simply view, but while you are viewing, you are generating money. You are viewing a website, you are actually having an idea about the website, the information which is being posted, you are generating money. At the same time, that is a per view impression, cost per impression. Then you also see cost per, that is click. So, clicking on a link. You are not buying anything. There is no transaction, but you are clicking. That is the cost per click. Okay, you are clicking a bannerette. Suppose there is a bannerette, the space which is sold by one company organization to advertisers. So I am selling some space to advertisers to advertise a bannerette. They will put a bannerette. So number of times user will click on the bannerette. Number of times they will click on the bannerette will also generate penny. It will take to advertiser site and I will generate the money because I am selling the banner rate space to that advertising site. Okay, and also you see that cost per lead. Many a times you will get some information about filling up the form. You visit any website, so some message will come, a form interface will come, you fill up the form. So opt-email might also come, some email sometimes you will also get, okay, to fill up your interest about the kind of product details that you want to receive from one company. That is opt-email, but the information that you put in while visiting a website, any information you put, your interest you put, which could be used as a sales lead by the company. That information about your interest on the product, interest on a good, interest on a services. Okay, so that will also feature interactivity. So interactivity is there in the advertisement also. Uh, okay. Any question? Any question you want to ask me? Any question? No? So, so you get to understand. So your assignment for the evening is to study the interactivity of two website and take it with priority because this is going to be your third assignment as well. So because this is a part of third assignment after midterm, so I'll extend the time. You'll have enough time. But from today onwards, you'll be working on this assignment because you will be visiting website and you'll be studying the interactive features, whatever I have discussed today. Okay, you will be finding out the navigational interactivity, functional interactivity, adaptive interactivity of the sites. And also apart from that, we have user to user interactivity, user to machine interactivity, and user to message interactivity. User to message interactivity is something that you don't have to deal with now at this stage. User to message is basically the functional interactivity. Hmm. As well as, user to message is the adaptive interactivity, and user to user is the functional interactivity. Okay, so you'll study the interactive features. Okay, and interactivity is also defined as the ability to exercise effort on the part of the users. So you need to find out the scope for exercising effort to find out the information. Whether that scope is there, that you can put effort. Sometimes we may not put the effort. That might be voluntarily. We may not put the effort because we are tired. जो information आता है हम लोग पढ़ लेते हैं. चलो. So, but in website, you see the ratio of information to entertainment is more, and we usually have a selective exposure to information. We decide the kind of content that we will look into, we will receive, right? So the ability to exercise effort is very important. So we will find out whether that interactive features of that website will give you scope to exercise your effort effectively or not. Then if you can monitor the information, if you can add information, so there are also provision of participation, users participation, discussion board, bulletin board, chat group is there, their WhatsApp account is there. So for instantaneous communication, these are functional communication. Okay. So it is important to find out the functional communication. So ability to add information is there. In a news website, whether there is also citizen journalism sections, there is also provision that you can also add your point of view to any story. Then you can also mail to editor. Apart from mailing to editor, what are the other provisions that will enact upon newspaper organization to citizen and also reader interactivity that will act upon organization and reader interactivity that will make the newspaper highly participatory and part of Web 2.0 standard and the genre. If you are starting news website, you can also take up news website, right? You can take any marketing website. You can study the storefront. You can study the search boxes. And also one important thing is the search engine optimization. Now you see that is also a kind of interactivity, more visibility in the search engine. It is about ranking of your website, ranking of one website in the search result. So what is being understood by search engine optimization? How you optimize the ranking of one site in the search engine. So there are different directories, different search engines which are available. So you put your site to those directories and the search engine and make a better visibility of your website. So for that you need to have some of the keyword, these are meta tag that will describe the tag. Keyword, some distinguishing keyword which you need to submit. Okay, and you see that how this search engine basically operates is that it has got software like crawler and spider will roam across the website that you have submitted or roam across the search databases. Basically this is a technology that roam across and crawl across the databases that search engine holds the databases and act upon the keyword that the user that you have submitted and find out whether those keywords are there in one particular website or not and help website to list in that index and the databases. So index is already there in the search engine, index and databases of the website, and spider will help to crawl the information, find the information that is being requested by the user on the search box and help to index that website in the databases. And this crawler and the spider will also take note of, keep abreast of any update of the website that is being made frequently. That is also added into the databases. Okay, and then you based on frequent updates, based on distinguishing keywords, you see that website could be ranked first, second, third, and all. Frequent update is one, and the way keywords are being placed will make a ranking of the website that or ranking of the search query that is being delivered to the user. So that is basically search engine optimization. How optimize the site? How you optimize the site? If you have a site, if you want to have a greater visibility, optimize the site via search engine. Okay, so it's important. That is also another. You see interactivity. You can actually search that website in the Google and whether it will come in the first rank or second rank, third rank, or nowhere in that rank. So you see it is not optimized properly. Okay, so less of interactivity. Have you understood what you are supposed to do? You understood? Okay? Okay, done. I'm finishing it off. In the second half, you will work on the assignment. Okay? I'll see you in the next class.